everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe. So this morning I want to talk about sibling rivalry, and this is coming in the wake of what is happening to one of our delectable Nigerian actress, Mercy Aigbe. You know, because I've been following the news, I've been reading about what is happening in our family, which it's not new. It happens a lot. But whatever I'm going to say this morning, I just want you guys to know that I am not insinuating anything. It is not a statement of facts that okay, this is what happened, or this was what happened to Mercy Aigbe's elder sister. But I'm just going to be talking based on assumption, and then also talk to parents about sibling rivalry. So in the case of our sister, it could be that this lady is depressed. It's possible. It could be spiritual, because we've seen a lot of things are happening, especially in our culture. There are so many spirituality to some things. It could be that maybe the mother is the problem. Maybe the mother, it's possible, because of the spiritual rights and even the physical right you have over your children as a mother. There are some things that you can do. So maybe the mother has exchanged her destiny, as some people are saying in some quarters, or maybe because this lady has, seen rejection, has experienced rejection all her life from a mother. It can be anything. It can be anything. But this morning, I just want to talk to parents. I want to talk to parents about rivalry that goes on among their children. And most times, it is usually caused by parents, and they don't even know. Some parents don't even know. Some people do this thing unknowingly. They get carried away. So we just have to be very careful. And it can also go deeper than what we are seeing on social media. Everybody has seen that, okay, she burnt down her mother's house because she feels her mother is using her destiny. Her mother is not paying attention to her. It may even be deeper than that, which is what I want to talk about this morning. Part of what I want to talk about. So, sibling rivalry. It's something that goes on in families. But if it is not nipped in the bud on time, that is when it escalates. That is when it becomes a big issue among siblings, even towards their parents. And one of the causes of sibling rivalry is the fact that, as parents, sometimes we show favoritism. We show it to our children, knowingly and unknowingly, for some people, that you love one child more than the other. And because of that, your children start to build hatred among themselves. Because as a child, you want to have your parents' attention. And if they are not giving you, and they are doting on another child, and you're seeing it, of course you can develop hatred for that other child. And if it is not handled on time, that is when we start to see big rivalry among siblings. As parents, we have both spiritual and physical rights over our children. And it is important for us to exercise those rights. That's why you see when some people say, okay, I gave birth to you, and because I gave birth to you, I'll do this, I can do this. The truth is, because of your spiritual rights over your child, you can do anything. And that is why we see parents having the ability to exchange the destinies of their children, because of that spiritual right. So as a parent, as a responsible, God-fearing parent, you need to learn to use your spiritual right over your children by always, standing in gap for them. Praying, that is the spiritual aspect. But physically, you must be able to treat your children equally. Give them equal love. We are human beings. It is a known fact that sometimes you have a child that, yes, you love more than every other child that you have. But you don't have to show it. You don't have to show it. Because once you start to dote on one child, your other children are looking at it. Even the ones that you think are very young and don't know anything, they are watching. And it's affecting them. It's one of the struggles that children faces, but parents don't even pay attention to it. So in the case of this Mercy Aigbe's elder sister, it could be that she's been experiencing neglect all her life. Yes, she's a doctor, but maybe the mom has not been paying attention to her. Maybe she has issues and her mother is, spending more time paying attention to Mercy Aigbe. Mercy Aigbe might be her favorite child, and she may not be able to control it. And this other woman is seeing it. Maybe she's been seeing this all her life, Maybe she's been experiencing this rejection from her mother all her life. It can also be spiritual. Some instances, maybe this lady has issues and she's been praying, and some pastor just tell her that, okay, or some imam or someone somewhere we tell her that your mother is the problem. Your mother is behind all your issues. Saying that alone will generate a lot of things in her mind. It could be the mother may not even have done anything like exchanging destinies or taking a child's name to a pastor, to Babalawo or something, to deprive her from doing good, or exchanging the blessings of her children. No. The mother, because of the spiritual right over your child, the mother might have done something as little as, not praying for that particular child and just concentrating on mercy. And to just give room for the devil to manipulate her life, just like that. So, of course, if a pastor say, okay, it's your mom that's behind all this, it could be that. It may not be that the mommy is a witch or something. So as parents, we need to always exercise our rights over our children responsibly. Pray for your children. Don't have favorites among your children. Stop comparing them. Children we are all unique in our own ways. We are uniquely, specially, wonderfully created. So if a child is not doing well as much as your other children, you don't have to make it look like, okay, this child is a write-off. Don't neglect any of your children. Exercise your right over them. And like I said initially, it also goes deeper. You know, there are some parents that also make mistakes of releasing their children to their families. In this woman's case, has anybody ever thought of maybe it could be one uncle or one auntie somewhere that is feeding her with all these terrible things about her mother? Because it happens. In fact, I know someone that took advantage of the fact that his sister wasn't paying attention to her children. His sister was, just a free-minded person, just a nice person that thinks, okay, my siblings should have access to my children. My siblings, should be able to relate, communicate with my children. And this person used that against his sister. Taking over the affair of the sister's children. And at the end of the day, this person did it to a certain level that the sister's children started thinking, because he really brainwashed, manipulated the sister's children to the point that these children started thinking that their mother is a witch. So it could be deeper. It could be anything. So as a parent this morning, I'm just trying, because I don't even know how to put it. It's what I'm trying to say is, learn to exercise your spiritual rights by praying and standing in gap for your children all the time, and to also exercise your physical rights, by using wisdom in dealing among your children. Don't favor one child more than the other because they are seeing it. And then learn to shield your children. That is why you are a parent. To protect, to shield. And then to make sure that you are loving them equally. God giving you the grace. A lot of things are happening that that's why you see some siblings, they don't even reckon with one another. It is not because they initially didn't love themselves. It is the role that some parents have played. Don't neglect one child for the other. And then shield your children away from terrible people, especially in the family. Because the thing is, before anything happens to you, before anything happens, the point is this: it has to be from the inside before you're attacked from outside. So, as parents, we need to be careful. We need to exercise our right. I'm repeating it. As a parent, you have spiritual authority, physical authority over your child, over your children. So learn to use it. Learn to use it. By standing in gap, by praying, and then by loving your children equally. Make sure you do not have, or you might have favorites, but make sure you do not show it. Stop comparing your children with one another. Celebrate all of them equally. Don't pay more attention to one because, okay, you think this one is more successful than the other. No. It brews hatred. And when there is rivalry among your children, one of your authority as a parent is to settle it. Don't invite third party into their matter. Because when you do that, you are exposing your children to the evils of this world. Like I said the other time, this person that actually was that took over, but God is in control. That did everything to make sure that his sister's children will not love their mother. That he was the one that wants to take everything. In fact, this person did it in so much that all the things that were supposed to come directly to this woman was coming through him. He made sure of that. In fact, he made sure and even said it, that he is in charge. And the reason was because the mother of these children was just careless. She was free-minded, thinking that, okay, let me give access. So, as a parent, this is not just for mothers. Parents, both fathers and mothers, exercise your right, your authority over your child. Exercise your authority over your child. Sibling rivalry is normal. It happens. But when it has gotten to a level where it cannot be controlled, then there's a problem. Children will fight among themselves. But your role as a parent is important. And I pray that God will help us. Have a blessed day.